Hello, hello, we're back. Some more AOE Leagues finals. So we've got a set here from Division E. So looking at the playoff standings here, we just watched a set from Division B. Zever B taking that one 3-1 over Berserker Gang. Today we're going to look at the second final set played down here in Division E. We've got a matchup between the Respect team, the 1 seed entering the playoffs, up against the 2 seed, Free and Keen. As it happened, both these teams getting through the semifinals by way of an admin win. Some unfortunate scheduling stuff going on there. But here they are, the 1 and the 2 seed, meeting up in the finals in what will be a best of 5. So unfortunately, the map draft and Civ draft were not posted to Discord. So it'll be a surprise to me just as much as to the rest of you what maps we'll be seeing here, apart of course from game 1 on Arabia. So let's take a look at the teams and the civs here. Free and Keen in the red and yellow. We've got Vamir here in the red playing as the Ethiopians, teamed up with Tugga in the yellow playing as the Franks. So Franks, Ethiopians, that's a pretty sick combo. Doesn't get much better than that on Arabia, not in the current meta. All right, on the other side, the Respect team. We've got Mictaron here in the blue, playing as the Britons, teamed up with Lavoy. Let's go with... Man, I'm sorry. My French is abysmal. Let's just go with AOK. How's that sound? AOK. AOK, I le vieux. I'm just embarrassing myself here at this point. In any case, in the green, playing as the Berbers. So Berbers, Britons up against Franks, Ethiopians. Taking a quick look at the maps here. 3 good woodlines to work with here for AOK. Barry's a bit forward, but the gold is quite safe. A decent map. Nothing to really complain about there. Over here, his counterpart, he'll be up against the Archer player. So Cav v Archer in this matchup. And a little harder to wall. Definitely more open. The woodlines are a bit more distant. But both the gold and the berries are pretty well back. I mean, this isn't the easiest gold to wall in. But not a horrible map. Over here, looking at the Cav player for Free and Keen. Tugga. Gold is in a good spot. Berries are in a pretty terrible spot, right? Remember, Tugga's going to be up against the Archer player on the opposite side here. Mictaron. And yeah, those berries, those are going to be pretty brutal to try to work with. Yeah, how do you wall this map? Very, very tightly, I imagine. And then finally, looking at the map here from Mictaron, this is a monster woodline. That's pretty sweet. But super open in the front. The gold is very exposed under a giant hill. So yeah, what are you looking at walling here? Maybe wall out front of the gold. And then just wall to the TC here. I'm not sure. Maybe you just go with really tiny, like, triangle walls. Wall here, wall up here, wall there. And then you just kind of pre-tower that or something like that. We shall see how they play this. All right, green pushing deer. Look at this red. Friendly neighbor sending some sheep over to his teammate Tugga. Cav player. May have been that he scouted out one of his friend's sheep, or just wants to give the Cav player an extra food boost. Bringing in the second boar. Yeah, no one has gone out and scouted their opponents yet, but it looks like Tugga will be the first to do so. Yeah, I mean, if this game goes late, I certainly favor Frank's Ethiopians here, just with Franks having access to Paladin. But, you know, Castle Age, probably a pretty even matchup between these two teams. Franks have a bit better eco boost for Feudal Age, so Feudal Age here, you maybe slightly favor Free and Keen, and they can, you know, potentially get an advantage there, which could snowball going forward. But come Castle Age, things sort of even out, and then I think once you get into mid-Imperial Age, things will swing back in favor of the Franks Ethiopians combo. So yeah, we don't know what civs exactly were drafted, but one thing we do know is that Britons weren't banned. So that's a first in a while. Britons have been getting a lot of bans in this tournament. All right, Tugga getting a look at Blue's base here. Blue is indeed starting to wall from that wood line as we expected he might. Over here, McDerone getting a look at his opponent's base as well. And Red just moving out. And Yellow takes a little bit of HP loss from the Vills.
Yay.
Looked like he was trying to snipe one of those. And over here, AOK is starting to get a look here at Red's base. Everyone is on the way. AOK with 19 pop scouts, 22 pop from the Britons player, 20 pop scouts from our Franks player, and it's looking like 21 pop archers here for our Ethiopians player. So, yeah, first up will be AOK, although not... Do we have any losses here? No, it must have been a little bit of idle time. Yeah, not really. Only 10 seconds. In any case, all right, stable going down for AOK right here. We've got stable coming down as well from Tugga. And yeah, first Ethiopian range. All right, 2 range right off the rip. So we're not going to see any 1 range shenanigans here. Going straight into it. Just now getting to gold, however, so that'd be a little bit later to gold than he might want. That might slow down some of the archer production. On this side, actually, barracks going down a bit late for McDerone. Might have forgotten that. Happens to me more than I'd like to admit. And all right, our first extra scout on the field. Got a little engagement here between Vamir and AOK's starting scout. But AOK is going to have to fall back here. And on this side, same thing. Scout's going forward for Tugga. Loses his starting scout, but gets a bit of HP off of McDerone's. And here comes range number 1 for McDerone. All right, starting scout down for Vamir. AOK's got 2 scouts inside of Vamir's base. Jumping on the gold and actually get a Vil pick already. So a nice start here for AOK. Some quick walls coming down here for Vamir on the wood line. And he should be all right here, keeping the berry safe. Has that spear out. And look at this. Already basically full walled here for McDerone.
Mandatum.
So yeah, went pretty much for the sort of walls we were kind of expecting there. And look at this from Vamir. Archer's already on the move, so getting archers out really early. And has a spear in there, so there's no way for AOK to engage this at the moment. Not without a few more scouts. So if he gets these scouts together with those, should be fine to engage that. And Fletching not in on those archers yet, so they're not even that much of a threat. Ooh, look at this. AOK getting a jump on a Vil here. I don't think he's going to get her, though. And in fact, he's going to lose that scout to the TC. But a lot of idle time here for Vamir. So even if AOK is losing some scouts, this has been pretty effective. So 5 scouts on the field here for Tugga. He knows that he can't get in on Blue's eco with the wall, so I expect him to come over here, join up with his teammate Vamir. And they actually have some decent numbers at the moment. So yeah, I think if they link up here, they could definitely get some damage in. Especially since AOK is not at all walled at this point. I mean, even if those scouts go straight there, yeah, Tugga's scouts could get a lot of value right in here on AOK's base. And look at this, resource walls coming down at the absolute perfect time. Spidey senses tingling. I probably will get a Vil here on the berries. Farm snipe as well. Actually, I think that farm snipe cost Tugga from getting a Vil kill there. All right, spear from McDerone, making the journey over to help out his teammate. But look at this. Yeah, AOK is going to be in trouble here. He's going to need archers from his teammate over here. And soon, because those archers are going to be able to range all the Vils in the wood line. Fletching is in for Vamir as well. So these archers are pretty deadly. 3 spears in the mix. So they're just going to grind the scouts here for AOK. Things not looking good for Respect Team. They are 4 Vils ahead, though. How did that happen? Yeah, there were 2 Vil picks I saw. in Red's base, but maybe there were a couple more, maybe some idle time as well. And Tugga going ham on the scouts. He's got 5 more over there. Tower coming down here for AOK. A tower that is going to save the lives of the vills in that lumber camp. And has actually so far managed to avoid damage and getting a lot of value. Look at all the archers going down. Oh, that tower.
Ow.
Tower MVP of the game so far. Yeah, clutch move by AOK there. And so far has survived what I thought was certain devastation. And over on this side, look at this. Mictarone's archers in on Tugga's base. Tugga gets a defensive tower on the wood line as well. But this gold will be in trouble. And yeah, look at this. Only 1 spear left in here. So honestly, AOK could make a jump on this, clean this up. Especially with the scouts. All right, the scouts have linked back up. But yeah, look at this. Archer's about to range Tugga's gold. There are no spears in the mix, though, so Tugga's probably going to bring these scouts down and clean all of that up. Meanwhile, on this side, Vamir diving in on AOK's base. AOK is going to go. He's got the +1 armor. Is he going to clean this? Ah, no. And more archers coming in for Vamir, so not looking great here for AOK. Resource count, what are we looking at? Yeah, no one is particularly close to clicking up. Everyone's going heavy into feudal here. And yeah, AOK still in a tremendous amount of trouble. He's going to lose a Vill there. Still a 4 Vill lead here for Prospect team. But I do expect that'll be evened out here pretty soon. We've got Tugga getting the armor on his scouts, right? So he's got those 7 scouts there. He's looking to clean the archer mass.
Mandatum.
16 archers there for Mictarone. Oh, look at this Vamir spreading out all over AOK's eco. AOK's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Only 7 vills working on food at the moment. No way to build an additional tower. So, I mean, this gold is super exposed if Vamir catches wind of that. All right. Tugga continuing to invest in scouts. He's got 10 of them now. He wants to clean the archer mass here. Yeah, if Mictarone could get a spear or 2 forward as well, I think that would be super helpful. But yeah, Tugga's not going to take any chance. He's going to wait. He's now got 11 scouts there. He's going to wait before he gets the jump on that. But yeah, man, both the archer players putting the hurt on the cav players. Hard to tell who is in the driver's seat at the moment. Actually, a 2-Vill lead now for Free and Keen, and the number of scouts here for Tugga, he's got 12 of them. So you can definitely clear this with that armor on board. And actually adding in forging as well. That will be in 10 seconds. And AOK actually doing a really nice job sniping reinforcements that are coming in for Vamir. All right, here's the jump. 12, 13 scouts. Going to make a jump on 16 archers. So that will certainly be a clean. And normally I'd be worried about how far back that would set the cav player with his uptime, but the cav player on the other side is going to have even more of a hard time getting up. Tugga sitting on 24 farms, whereas AOK only on 11 right now. But Mictarone actually getting those scouts to fall back, and that is crucial for him because he will be in Castle Age very soon, and he needs to keep those numbers so he can get to Expo and gain an advantage here. And it looks like he's going to head down to his teammate's base, to AOK's base, get that Expo upgrade, and clean Vamir out of there. Which, yeah, to me seems like the right call here. Yeah, and after cleaning that, maybe he can go and counterattack on Vamir's base. Yeah, AOK continuing to produce scouts here, but he's going to have a hard time massing those. All right, Tugga has clicked up. AOK a long way from clicking up. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Still 9 Vills garrison inside that TC. But this is going to be a real nice clean, even before the Expo upgrade. And yeah, I think if you're Vamir, you got to head back to home with those. Try to keep those safe. And that is indeed what Vamir will do. Expo upgrade in.
Ready.
Bodkin in as well. And here goes the Respect team looking for the counterattack. And yeah, they're going to want to definitely get some damage in before Tugga gets up, because Tugga will have a juicy eco for night production here. Could even think about 3 stable, I think, with this quantity of farms. Yeah, 27 farms. Would certainly need a bit more on gold here. And has enough scouts here that would definitely be worth getting that light cav upgrade. Look at this. Mictaron had actually snuck around with these 2 Expo a while ago, getting a bit of idle time on the gold here. Yeah, Vamir has a ways to go before being able to click up as well. And in fact, with these archers coming in, I could have some trouble with that gold income. Wow, suddenly things looking really good for the Respect team. Yeah, we've got AOK on the way to Castle Age. He's going to be there only, what, 40 seconds behind Tugga? Amazingly. Alright, Tugga is up. Tugga's got a lot of scouts here. See, yep, goes for the light cav upgrade and the +2. I think as soon as that's in, he's going to try to dive on this. But how much damage is his teammate going to take before that happens? Probably quite a bit here. Yeah, I mean, especially if Mictaron's able to get over onto that gold. That could spell a lot of trouble for Vamir. And is it open here? It is open. Alright, here comes the light cav. I think Free and Keen is going to try to go for the pinch here on Mictaron's archers. But man, this attack was, I think, definitely worth it if you are the Respect team. Vamir still hasn't been able to click up. A ton of idle time. I mean, look, all the gold villas off of gold. Alright, all that has been clean. And yeah, I think AOK's got to get full walled here because he will be at risk for a counterattack from Tugga. Tugga's certainly going to have cav numbers on him being up earlier and having such a stronger eco. Yeah, okay. And look at that. Getting the stone gate down. So at least until the archers get there, AOK should be able to hold off. But this is, I think, a really nice move by Free and Keen. I mean, on the one hand, you don't want to risk going out before you're in Castle Age and you have the upgrade. On the other hand, you desperately need to get some damage in. And you have a nice little opportunity here. Tugga, 12 knights on the field, 10 light cav. But with the archer player full walled here, I don't think he's going to be able to get in. I think probably send those knights and just take them over here, join up with the rest of the army. They could really put the hurt on AOK here. AOK taking that fight, right? Because he's got camels and because it's only feudal archers, but doesn't matter. There's more than enough DPI here, so this will be a good fight for Free and Keen. And indeed is. They clean all of the army for AOK, so he is going to need some help from his teammate here. Ballistics is in for Mictaron. And actually, no, Mictaron looks like he's going to go counterattack. Which might be the right call. Yeah, still only 1 TC here for Tugga, so Tugga did open 3 stable as we said he might be able to with that farm income. And it makes sense. Free and Keen was a bit behind. Try to get back into it by doing exactly what they're doing here, which is trying to just take the cav player out of the game. And yeah, AOK's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be off of gold, off of that wood line. He's going to be off that wood line as well here pretty soon. Expo upgrade on the way. So, man, if Vamir can keep these numbers alive, he's going to be in a great spot. Over here, we've got an engagement. Tugga's trying to jump on Mictaron's archers. But the pathing is a disaster right now. Yeah, I think really needed to get some knights in behind. So, yeah, that went about as well as it could have possibly gone for Mictaron. Some nice house walls coming down here from AOK, forcing the archers to dive under the TC if they want to go for this wood line. Oh no! There's a hole. will get a house down to keep the archers out of there, but... Whoa, what's going on here? Frozen. See if we can't pause this. Give it a second here. All right, let's check in on some of the numbers. Basically even Vil numbers at this point. But Free and Keen still with a lot more military on the field. And they've really put the hurt on the Cav player for the Respect team. That said, it's not like Tugga's Eco is cranking yet, right? Still on 1 TC. But I do think that after this damage is in, we'll probably see Tugga start adding some TCs behind this. All right, let's unpause. Cross our fingers. All right, looking nice and smooth now. Vamir looks like, yeah, he's just going to dive past the TC here. He'll lose some archers, but at the same time, he's going to take AOK completely off of wood. All right, but here comes Mictarone. Coming in for the north. Remember, he's got ballistics on his archers. He also has that Britain's range. Although allowing Vamir to get the high ground here, and Vamir does have... Oh, pardon me, those are AOK's knights. Alright, so that will indeed be a clean. Knights, again, trying to get some damage in here on Mictarone, but excellent defense on his part. And yeah, there you have it. The archers are clean. And as we expected, second and third TCs coming down for Tugga. So he's going to try to use all that damage they put on AOK, or on Super Scarred, we could call him. Wow, and look at this. Imperial Age, almost in for Mictarone. So yeah, he's got, remember, he's got all these archers here. He's got 21 of them. He's got another 22 over here. Gets those together, you're looking at 40 plus Arbalist. And with that, you could honestly just tear right through Tugga's base. Tugga on a 13 Vil lead over his Cav counterpart. But yeah, Vamir took a lot of damage there in what was late feudal age for him. So still only on 46 Vils. And yeah, what do you do here if you're Tugga, right? You've just seen your opponent hit Imperial Age. How do you try to defend against this? Yeah, not on stone, so a castle's not going to be an option yet. All right, a few Briscard's Knights going over here to jump on the archer mass of Vamir's, but he's going to have to bail. And yeah, I think this is exactly the right play for Tugga. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything by way of defense against Arbalist with this Knight mass. Instead, go counterattack. And with his numbers, he can just drop TCs here. And that looks like what he's going to go for. Yeah, this is quite the counterattack. Bill's going down all over the place here for AOK. Down to 53. Down to 48. All right, now at even Vil numbers to Vamir, but there will be more dead Vils here very soon. And in fact, this is such an effective counterattack, it's forcing Mictarone back into defense. So Mictarone, instead of clearing out Tugga's base, is back here playing defense. So yeah, if you're freeing Keen, you gotta be pretty happy with that. Now they're gonna try to dive on this. Is that the right call though? Vamir losing quite a few archers there, down to 16 archers, 61 Arbalist over here for Mictarone. And yeah, I still favor the Respect team's position here. I mean, this tech advantage is just so great. And yeah, Tugga not close to Imperial Age at all. Only sitting on 22 farms. Somehow has fewer farms, fewer Vils on food than he did in Feudal Age. All right, so Mictarone is actually going to target the archer player first. What did I miss? Tugga. He's on the way up. How is that possible? Yeah, maybe he had just clicked when I was looking at the numbers. But in any case, he's up. So everything I just said about him being a long way off, yeah, patently false. All right, Vamir, though. Remember, Vamir only sitting on 49 vills here. And yeah, Mictaron, though, is actually going to leave here and now head to the Cav player. So sniping some vills, but hasn't really gotten that much value yet out of this Arbalist. Right, he's got two different groups. I think he's going to try to link up with the two groups and go into Tugga's base. But yeah, Tugga's eco is so far ahead of his Cav counterpart. Though it Mictaron equally far ahead from the Archer counterpart on the other team. Alright, Tugga. Imperial Age in this TC. He'll be researched though, no problem. Here's the thing though. With this many Arbalists, even with Cavalier, it's going to be hard to engage. You almost need Paladin. But how do you ever get to Paladin with all this camped in your economy? Yeah, 73 Arbalist here. I mean, these guys could just melt TCs. Yeah, so I think if you're Tugga here, probably the best thing to do with your Knights, honestly, is just counterattack. Try to see if you can't hit Mictaron at home, or go back and hit Briscard again. Alright, the final armor on the way here for Tugga. Cavalier upgrade on the way. But again, even with Cavalier, I don't think you can engage this. There's too many Arbalists. Yeah, too many, in fact, for Mictaron to keep him in a single control group. So he's got a group of 60 up here. And another dozen down there. I mean, a lot of eco idled here. So all three of these TCs idled right now for Tugga. But Tugga's still sitting on 77 vills, so it's not terrible. But both the eco numbers and the military numbers now significantly in favor of respecting. They've got a 15 vil advantage and about a 30 military advantage. All right, Tugga, he's gonna go. He's gonna go, and he gets better. Goes back, gifts a free dead Cavalier to his opponent. Look at this. Is this a 5th town center coming down here for AOK? So I think he's mainly thinking about just surviving. Oh, there's a hole in the wall for Vamir. Briscard is in. Vamir's eco already really weak from all the attacks. And look at this. Oh my gosh, if he gets on that wood line. Oh, it's such a disaster. Yeah, still only 1 TC at the moment for Vamir. Vamir losing all his archers here. Undoubtedly, partly because he's microing back at home. Can Tugga clear this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Mictaron, though, not really microing against it. I was going to say with some, good attack move micro, you might be able to deal with this, but actually it turns out to be incredible clean for Tugga. So suddenly the arms are gone. Tugga could go put the smackdown on someone. The problem is the smackdown's getting put on his teammate here. Vamir down to 45 vills. Yeah, Tugga's going to have to come here to clean this before he can go do damage elsewhere. Yeah, man. If Tugga could get to Paladin, though, here. The thing is, if he can get to Paladin, could honestly just go and just basically clear everything inside of his opponent's base. But look at this. Mictaron, 1 step ahead. Already anticipating it. He's working on making that help switch. Which I think is just an excellent call here, because the Archer player on the other team is pretty well neutralized at this point. So, yeah, adding the Halbman with the Arbalist is... yeah, great call. Alright, here comes Tugga looking for the counterattack on AOK's base. He does have this 1 castle in defense. But, yeah, could certainly lose this TC and a lot of vills. So AOK, he's seen this before today. Surely doesn't want to see this again. I just don't know if Tugga can get enough damage in to match what this push is about to do to him. I mean, look at all the halb in there. The only way you're going to deal with this is if you have archers, but Vamir's eco is so trashy. He's going to have a really hard time producing. Especially once the siege gets out here. Yeah, Treb's coming out. And things are about to get really dicey here for Tugga. Needs the Paladin upgrade, I think. With that Paladin upgrade, you could really put yourself in a base trade situation where you go over and maybe clean green or blue out. Even with Paladin, once these pikemen turn into Alps.
Yay.
Alright, a few of Vamir's archers coming over to try to help deal with the pike threat. Alright, yeah, let's see where Tugga goes here. He might try to go for the pinch. Oh, yeah, gonna go for the forward vills there. Yeah, thinks better of it. Trying to bide his time. Might be able to get a decent little engagement here on these Expo. I mean, Arbalist. Light's closing in, but these Cav are not in position right now. Oh, it looks like this will be a clean here for Free and Keen. And indeed it is. Alright, Imperial Age finally on the way here for Briscard. Still a good ways off for Vamir. Only has 4 on gold. Yeah, man, if Tugga had gotten the Paladin. Able to get the Paladin, man. That could have been a really easy clean, and I think you could have a devastating counterattack. Alright, Castle coming down here for Tugga. Really be able to defend that, though. Already Trebs on the field here for McDarone. 104 Vils for McDarone, 97 for Tugga. And let's see what... Yeah, curious to see if... Interesting, Camel Archer. Adding in Camel Archer here. So I sort of thought we'd see AOK go for Heavy Camel in this situation. Heavy Camel, Asar. Just because the Archer player is not a huge threat at the moment. And the Heavy Camel will be a nice counter to the Frank Paladin, which are indeed on the way now. Arbalist numbers aren't great. There are a lot of pikes in the field. Britain's only... Wow. I just... No. Yeah, AOK really looking to try to break in here. This castle will definitely go down here for Tugga. And we'll have Paladin. With Paladin. Oh, man. Might not be a cost-effective trade. I think he'll clean it, but man, he's going to lose a lot of numbers. 45 halb on the field. Alright, Heavy Camel on the way for Briscard, so he is going the Heavy Camel option. And a lot's going to come down to this fight here. Castle's down for Tugga, though. This goes much further. Tugga's eco is going to be in a ton of trouble, so he's got to win this fight here. Be able to clean the archers, the halbs, and the trebs. Be able to push that castle back himself. Alright, Imp finally on the way here for Vamir. Let's see what he's up to with his Expo. Looks like he's heading over to join his teammate. I think it's definitely the right call. You need everything you can to try to reduce these halb numbers to get a more effective trade out of those Paladin. And yeah, right now Tugga just buying his time. Oh, is he gonna go here? Is he gonna sacrifice Paladin for the Treb? Looks like he is. Nope. Alright, he's just trying to bait them further back into his eco. He might feel like he's forced here pretty soon. Alright, now to lead some stuff to get back. He's got the archers coming to join him. Look at this. Sneaky. This is amazing. Sneaky stables here by Briscard in the back of Tugga's base. Probably see a Hussar spam out of those. Expo getting in here. Try to neutralize the Halb. Another castle for Mictorown. And I think Tugga's had enough. He's going to dive. Halb numbers have thinned. Alright, man. This is Free and Keen's probably their last chance to pull this game out, is to stop the push here. Get some kind of awesome counterattack. But look at the walls coming down here for Mictorown. Beautifully done. But there's archers ranging anyway. That castle will be denied. Trebs will be clean. Would we have a nice counterattack here from Free and Keen? A lot of Halbs on the field from Mictorown, but they are trickling forward. The problem is Tugga doesn't have any siege though, so he's trying to take the castle with Paladin, and that's certainly going to cost him a lot of Paladin to those Halbs. Halbs get free shots in. The castle will go down. Got a lot of Camel Archer here. Oh, sorry, that was the Elite Camel Archer upgrade that was coming in, not the Heavy Camel. That's my bad. So he's going with Camel Archer and Hussar. But man, just the flood of Halb coming forward here for Mictorown. Paladin numbers have certainly gone down. Only 33 left. You're Tugga. You just try to get these inside of your opponent's base. All right, 34 Camel Archers coming forward. What about trade? No one's getting trade up quite yet. That will certainly start coming into play here pretty soon. Yeah, not a lot of gold left. We do have this gold mine here. And on the other side, got a little bit left there for Briscard. I get the urge here to try to clean all of this forward position, but I just think you get more value out of those Paladin by counterattacking. Also give your opponent less of an opportunity to build their numbers back up. Man, Mictorown in a really strong position here. But remember, again, just having access to Paladin here is so nice. Tugga's only at 85 bills, only 79 for Vamir. Compare that to their opponents at 113 and 99. Man, yeah, Respect Team still in a very strong position here, but this game's not over by any means. I mean, Skirm would certainly be an option here if you're Free and Keen, right? You're up against Halb, Arb, and Camel Archer. Skirms counter all three of those things, so maybe you can think about having a good near here. He's already got ranges up. Work on getting Skirm out. Managing to stay on the hill. The thing is, the Cap are only functioning as a meat shield right now. They're not providing any damage output, whereas we've got both armies from Respect Team. So it does look like Green Queen is going to round up here. Yeah, that window does seem to be closing. I thought maybe clean the army of Mictorown's, this would actually allowed me to get some damage in. They weren't actually able to get any eco damage in here. And so this is a fight. You're going to be happy with the Respect Team with the bill advantage they have. Although I say that, and Tugga's up to 106 fills. Vamir up to 90. Tugga has access to Paladin, but again, the problem is no gold. Without gold, you're going Trash War, and Franks, they may have access to Paladin, but they don't have access to Hussar. Only access to Light Cav. Whereas Berbers have not just access to Hussar, but access to cheaper Hussar. Yeah, Free Team, or sorry, the Respect Team is indeed starting to push forward a bit more here. Look at all the stables Tugga's trying to get down there. And McDerone also has thoughts on that real estate. Must drop a castle. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not looking great over here for Briscard. I've been ignoring this side. Apologies. Trev has already taken out the main TC for Vamir. Desperately trying to get a castle up, but that castle is just getting Trev down. And now he's got Hussar in his base. And Vamir is in a world of hurt here. No gold units on the field for Tugga right now. This is starting to snowball out of control here, I think. It is now looking pretty hard to see a way for Free and Keen to pull this one out. About the trade situation. Yeah, no markets up yet for either team. I think the Respect Team's going to be able to preserve these gold numbers for a while. Yeah, and with Vamir in the situation that they're in, I think it's going to be hard for them to get Skirm out, which I thought might be a good move here. Look at this, Briscard dropping a castle right on top of this gold. It won't quite range the stone there, but that'll be a great castle. The Respect Team with the eco lead, with the military lead, and also with all the map control. That castle goes down for Tugga. I think the end is near here, folks. Yeah, Hussar all over the place. Although they are choosing to attack that lumber camp, oddly. Yeah, Vamir is in big trouble here. Yeah, man. Briscard, I think with his Camel Archers, you could start rampaging around in here. You've got a lot of unprotected farm eco. And food, of course, is a resource that Tugga desperately needs if he's going to keep producing the light cav. Vamir basically cleared out of his eco at this point. So yeah, I mean, how might you have won this game in Imperial Age if you were Free and Keen? I think maybe you do two things differently. One is you do counterattack once you cleared that army of Mictorones that was down in this area, and so I got access to the Paladin. The others, I think you try to get markets down a bit sooner. GG is called. GG, well played. Yeah, well played. Well played indeed. That was a great game. That was a great game. A lot of back and forth. So Free and Keen, man, they looked like they were in a great position a few times in that game. Feudal Age, things were looking pretty ugly there for Briscard and his base. But that early Arbalist for Micterone proved, I think, to be the difference maker. And yeah, Respect Team took a lead there and just never looked back. So Micterone actually with a sub 1 KD, but not terribly surprising, was sending a lot of Haub to their death. And wow, yeah, Micterone just yeah, dominating in the eco department. I think he was really the only player who didn't take damage in home throughout that game. Obviously, Briscard and Tugga got hit pretty hard in Feudal Age. And Vamir, of course, got hit in what was early Castle Age for the Respect Team when those Expo and Scouts went into his base. But yeah, 35-minute. I mean, the imp times are crazy. They're all over the place. You got a 35-minute imp time, but you've also got 54 and 59 minutes. So yeah, the two players who took the brunt of the damage in Castle Age. But this, man, that is just hard hard to win when you're up against that. When you got an opponent to imp that far ahead of you. All right. Man, fast players too. Okay, so with that, go to game number 2. So game number 2. Actually, hard to see here. Unclear exactly which map is next. I think we're looking at Hideout. Yeah, without the maps having been posted, I'm not actually sure. I think Hideout is the next game. So to that, we now turn. All right, respect team. Respect team with a 1-0 lead. Little friendly chat back and forth. Yeah, Tugga, I think Free and Keen, yeah, an Australian team. Respect team, I believe, a French team. So I can't imagine the server options were terribly great for this match. So I'm sure in each match there's one team that was dealing with quite a bit of lag. All right. Hideout. Let's take a look at our civs here. So for Briscard, we've got the Turks, and teamed up here with Make Their Own playing as the Chinese. So Chinese Turks up against Cumans for Vamir and Mongols for Tugga. So, all right, Mongols, Cumans versus Chinese Turks. Well, I mean, we're going to see, obviously, I think a 2TC boom here from the Cumans. And, of course, our Mongols player is going to want to try to get to Mangadai as soon as possible. Certainly a worry could be that I could imagine Free and Keen end up being a little too greedy here, not getting enough military out on the field. Turks were probably going to see a fast in play. That'd be my guess here. And yeah, Chinese with an awesome eco. And I mean, here's a worry is Chukunu seem like they're going to do pretty good against whatever they're up against on the other side here, right? Because the Cumans player probably looking at knights. We're going to see a knight Mangadai composition. I suppose it's possible we see Kip check, but I don't think we would see 2 Cav Archer units paired together here. But Chukunu going to do very well against knights on this side. And they do decently well against Mangadai as well. Turks player here, right? If you're going fast to imp, say you go, hand cannon, bombard, something like that. You might be able to put a smackdown on the Mongols before they are able to get a critical mass of Mangadai. But Mangadai would do pretty good against that composition. So I know. I mean, depends how the Turks Chinese get played, but maybe a slight preference for. I mean, if the game goes late, I think I like Mongols Cumans here, but I'm not sure. In any case, yeah, we'll be curious to see if we get 4 fast castles here, if everyone is, or if we're gonna have any feudal aggression. I'm assuming the Cumans are gonna be a 2TC boom, so don't expect to see a feudal play there or a fast castle. Look at this, Vamir actually sniping a cow from Make Their Own, but of course can't get out of the walls with it. Yeah, Hideout, man. It's a fun map, I gotta say. Pushing deer in through the walls is just the most annoying, stressful, obnoxious, frustrating thing. Right? Because you put the cow there, your opponent's always trying to snipe the cow. You try to push the deer are always just completely uncooperative. Hands down, my least favorite part of Hideout is pushing the deer in. 1 deer there left for Tugga. And were the deer inside the walls here for Briscard? Usually you see a uniform generation, but I actually think 3 players had the deer outside the walls. Briscard had him inside the walls, so that's a nice advantage. All right. Our Mongols player actually on the way up. 21 pop. Dropping up barracks pretty quickly. Is this Men-at-Arms? I think it is. I think we're going to see Men-at-Arms here. Maybe Men-at-Arms towers? We're going to see him go to stone. Only on one lumber camp. Men-at-Arms towers? And of course, Kumans could go scouts here. So going 20 pop. Yeah, I think this is going to be... I think this is going to be 2TC. 10 on wood, though. I think normally with the 2TC you see, what, like 7 or 8 on wood? Maybe this will be scouts. Stay tuned, folks. All right, nice scouting here by Briscard. Let's see if he's able to notice the men-at-arms here. I like what Tugga did here, though. Not putting the barracks up against the wall, putting it inside. Keep that disguise. Actually, it just added a 4th militia. So it looks like it's going to be 4 men-at-arms. And I see Vils moving forward here. Oh, look at this, though. Look at the scouting by Briscard. Picks him up. Oh, Tugga's actually chasing the scout. It's probably a mistake, right? I mean, he might be just trying to distract to keep the Vils hidden. Yeah, is on stone, so here we go. We've got men-at-arms and towers coming forward. First tower will go there. But look at this Briscard already on stone. Was that a response to seeing the Vils? Or was he already planning on going to stone? So he's going fast castle. Oh, okay. So no, he wasn't thinking fast stuff. I think this was always the plan. It's an FC into unique unit. Wants to go with Janissary. And yeah, Briscard already starting the process of trying to wall up against the push that's coming. But this is kind of brutal location for his stone here. Right? He's got one stone outside. This other one is going to be rangeable by the tower. Actually, that tower getting moved back a little bit. I think if that tower was right here, it ranges all the stone. So honestly, even if you're able to keep the opponent from breaking in, a tower here and maybe another tower here is going to cut off all the stone and gold access for Briscard. Look at this. Vamir. Okay, so he went Kumans not for the 2TC, but for the cheap ranges. And in fact, going 3 range in a market. Vamir, you wild animal. All right, men-at-arms starting to make progress here. That house will go down. The tower protecting it. So, yeah, it's not looking great for Briscard right now. Briscard now doesn't have the gold he needed to click up. Getting a defensive tower here, but he wall this area off in time. Towers on both sides, so did have the stone in the bank, but his plans are certainly disrupted here, so we can say goodbye to the Janissary play, at least for a while. And yeah, how is he going to get the gold to go up? I think Briscard's in a lot of trouble here. There's men-at-arms which aren't walled off, so they can just dive in and clean that tower. The Mictarone, excellent scouting. He's already noted the 3 ranges, which are actually pretty quiet right now. So, yeah, archer numbers, that could be a worry for Vamir. Doesn't have any archers out yet, and the Chinese player already almost to castle age. Nice walls there by Briscard, protecting the tower. That was a great call. Men-at-arms maybe looking to come around and clean up that tower. Yeah, I am worried about Vamir here. I think Vamir could get smoked by Chukunu. Yeah, Mictarone looking to go straight into Chukunu. You go Chukunu siege forward on the Kumans player. Kumans have terrible defensive options, right? No access to stone wall. No access to guard tower. We got a boxing match over here between Tugga and Briscard. Briscard's got Vil numbers though here, and he traps the Vils inside of his base. Very nice play by Briscard. Oh, I like this. He's going to clean the tower. He's going to clean those Vils. Wow, what a turnaround on this side. I thought Briscard was dead. I thought he was dead, and suddenly, yeah, he's got life here. These men-at-arms are still going to be a pain, but the vills are gone, so the tower's going to end here. There are archers on the way. That's a bit scary. Oh, gosh, what's going on here? McDarone building the ballsiest castle you'll ever see, trying to drop it right in front of ranges that were full of archers. Is he going to get this up? No way he gets this up, right? He's sending everybody. It's going to cost him a lot. He's losing villas, but yeah, he's going to get this up. There's not enough archers anymore. You're Vamir, you just got to run. Yeah, get those archers out of there now. Wow, what a ballsy castle that was. So McDarone, look at, he's getting a lot of villas back for it, a lot of payback. But man, he had to invest a lot of eco into that. All right, on this side, the men-at-arms still running around, but excellent defense here by Briscard. He's walled everything out. His base looks completely crazy right now, but it's worked. Got access to safe gold out here. Another tower for Tugga. We'll keep Briscard off this gold, at least for the moment. Boy, this game's a wild one. Free and Keen, though, 11 villas ahead. So, McDarone, he gave up everything to get that castle up. He's got the castle, but how many Chukanu can he realistically produce? Not many. Briscard trying to get a tower down here to protect that stone. He does get it up. He can load some villas in here and range that. Tugga doing a great job idling this. Oh.
Emrin. Defend him.
Oh, that vill barely survives there for Briscard, and the tower is up. Yeah, I think if you're Tugga here, just got to be thinking about getting up at this point. Briscard on the way up himself. Just, yeah, again, not to beat a dead horse, but just really impressive defense here by Briscard. Alright, Chukanu on the move. Actually, 9 of them already out. Fletching just now coming in. Vamir trying to get scouts on the field, but his production buildings are underneath the castle. Doesn't have elite skirm. So just regular, good old-fashioned feudal age skirm. Alright, 40 vills for Vamir, so he's got a decent little eco here, but still doesn't have the food to click up. And here comes that siege workshop we were predicting. Might. Look at that though, the Chukanu getting clean. It may be regular skirm, but it's not like McDarone had great upgrades on the Chukanu. So Vamir will be able to hold here for a little bit, but he's got to get up and he's got to get. He's probably going to need a defensive siege workshop. Meanwhile, on this side, Tugga, how far is he from clicking? Not too far. One second, I need to pause. I will be right back. All right, we back. Apologies for the pause. Let's go. All right, where are we at? So Free and Keen sitting on 20 Ville advantage, but that's largely research time. And on the way to Castle Age, we've got both players for Respect Team in the Castle Age. But both of them with pretty fragile egos at the moment. All right, we got a Mango out, so Vamir, yeah, he's definitely not going to really engage this with a feudal army. Yeah, this gate will be down momentarily, and that's the next worry is how on earth does he stop this, right? Again, you don't have access to guard tower, so that's not an option. The only thing you do, you got to get up and you need a defensive siege workshop. But Vamir, not able to click quite yet. Will be soon. Gonna have to survive for a few minutes here. And yeah, curious what our Turks player looks to go here, right? So the Janissary play, not an option for the time being, not until he regains access to stone. Actually adding a stable here. Maybe thinking camels, maybe thinking light cav, Turk light cav. Right, you don't have to invest in the upgrade, and they got the extra pierce armor, so could be an option here against what you're facing. And on this side, yeah, look at Tug a Ham in the Stone, wants to get to Mangadai, and soon. His teammate is going to be in a lot of trouble here. In a lot of trouble. Tries to get another range down, another range that's not going to be available to him. Push continues. We got a Mango and a Scorp out here for Mictarone. I'd like to see, I think, yeah, another Mango or two. Might be worth thinking about getting yet another siege workshop even further forward up here. Chukunu trying to dive in. Some nice house walls coming down here from Vamir, but he's not going to be able to get those up with that much HP. Those archers are going to get in, and then you can't defend anything here. Vamir now has fewer vills than Mictarone, and yeah, that number is only going to continue to shrink here. Look at this, though. Forward castle from Tugga. He doesn't just want Mangadai, he wants Mangadai already on the job site. He's going to also try to get the Expo upgrade here for these archers. I guess there's so many towers in Briscard's base. I don't know. Defensive tower for Vamir, so we'll be able to keep some vills alive. But yeah, I mean, he's basically in nomad mode at this point with half his eco. Down to 36 vills. That TC will go down eventually. Problem is, Briscard, he's in trouble of his own, right? Like, this TC is going to be ranged by the castle. Got a Mango out, which, I mean, will help him keep the Expo from moving forward, but I mean, he does have vills. He's got 43 vills. Definitely in a better position here than Vamir. And where's Vamir's, or pardon me, where's Mictarone's? His trebs, pardon me, his Mangoes are leaving. Look at this, though. Vamir went here with some vills. They're about to get sniped. University wants that ballistics, I assume. Brutal. Laughs. Yeah, that's a unfortunate find there for Vamir. Losing all those vills. Alright, he's gonna get a second TC down. But yeah, I'm actually not sure why the Mangonels are leaving here. That was such an effective push there. I thought Mictarone could have fully cleaned out Vamir. Alright, push definitely on this side. Our Mongols player gets some siege forward. I think Briscard could be in quite a bit of trouble himself. It has added a second TC back there. Look at this, though. The Chukunu gonna come right in the back of Tugga's base, right? He doesn't have defense here. All of his army's forward. His castle's forward. He's on stone, so he's gonna be looking at getting a second castle here eventually. Alright, So, yeah, look at this. Briscard now fully out of his home base. But he is relocating out here. What is he on? 42 vills? So, vill count's actually pretty similar here. Only a 4 vill difference between the two teams. But this is a problem. Nice response by Tuggy getting 2 towers down right away, but he's lost quite a few vills already. And look at this, Mictarone. No regard for human life. Just gonna dive right under the tower. Oh, the tower goes up, and it's actually guard tower. Tuggy investing in guard tower. Oh, look at the house walls. Beautiful house walls there. He's gonna lose vills here, but Mictarone, that army is gonna get cleaned. Alright, let's check back in with this push. Another TC coming down here for Briscard, so yeah, I like the respect team's position, I think, a little bit more. But Vamir's actually recovered nicely, got a healthy food eco. Doesn't really have access to gold. But I'd love to see some knight production. Right, you get some knights and honestly just run past all this and get in. If you had some knights, you could, you know, just raid the piss out of Briscard here. But I think Tugga's push is going to stall out here unless he gets some siege on the field, right? Not a lot of damage you can do. Look at this stone wall by Briscard. That's heads up. Forces the Mangudai, if they want to go in, they're going to have to dive past the TC in these 2 towers. Tugga's going to go anyway. Loses some HP. Nice split against the Mango. And, oh gosh, that siege bonus is just ridiculous. I remember Briscard does have light cav that have some really nice pierce armor. Maybe he just commits to those, right? Maybe he had a second. Wow, no, he doesn't have a food eco. He can't do that. I mean, he's got what? Only those farms at the moment. Adding 2 more TCs. So he's committing to the reboom. And over on this side, the attack finally picking back up here for Mictarone. We have a watchtower coming down here for Vamir, but that's just going to get Mango down as well. Vamir, I think he absolutely needs a defensive siege workshop. I don't really see any other way of him dealing with this. We need a lot of knights to have a shot. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe humans do have access to guard tower. I didn't think they did, but Vamir getting a university, I assume, with the thought of getting guard tower. Alright, this is a great castle. We'll range this TC that gold and be able to clean up those 2 towers, and suddenly gold access will be a huge problem for Briscard. Brilliant castle. I love it. I love it. Okay, no, yeah. No guard tower. So maybe he thought there was guard tower. Looks like he's just getting the building HP bonus right now. Briscard working on the Bream Boom back here, but just no access to gold. And Turks. If there's anybody who needs gold, it's Turks. Apart from their light cav option, everything else costs an absurd amount of gold here. But imp on the way for Mictarone. He's doing it once again. Just like game 1, he will be the first one up. And then there will be a massive tech advantage. Vamir adding another TC here, but I just don't see any way for him to stop this flood apart from a defensive siege workshop. Briscard doing a nice job with the reboom, and I do like that he's moved this eco away from the site of all this, right? You force... Oh. Barely gets that castle up before some Mangudai show up. Oh yeah, that castle will range some stuff, but Mangudai could just dive around on the edge. Briscard, of course, doesn't have ballistics here. This one little cheeky chickadoo with 5 HP in a pest. Maybe are managing to keep the TC alive, repairing it. So this push hasn't broken through anything, but here come the upgrades. Bracer on the way. Right, some nice walls here by Briscard, trying to force the Yeah, I was trying to force the Mangudai to go by the castle, but that's not going to happen. Alright, Tugga, keeping the pressure on. Somehow, Vamir has the Vil lead. How that happened, I have no idea. That's crazy. Alright, getting a stable down, but yeah, I don't think the stable's going to help too much at this point. Not with all these Chukunu. Chukunu do too well against knights. Alright, Tugga now looking to break in on Mictorone's base. I like that call as well. There's not a lot of defense here. Get in. Alright, a lot of exposed eco there. Obviously, you can range all that. Now, there are 3 TCs for, actually 4th and 5th TC for Mictorone. Nice house walls coming down here. Just forcing Tugga to pay for all these dives. Alright, siege ram upgrade on the way. Once those rams come, this push will speed up. This is incredible. This TC has been under fire since before Vamir was even in Castle Age, and I think it's still standing. Tugga's Mangudai actually taking a lot of fire from the TC there. Another TC comes down here for Mictorone, so that was probably an important one to keep those Vils alive. So he's currently sitting on 6 town centers. And here come the siege rams. 4 of them in the field. It's not looking good here for Vamir, adding another town center there. But this push has really stalled out. Briscard has done an excellent job stalling it out. Has continued to relocate. This castle is an excellent castle. Getting the stone walls down here. Allowing his teammate to push. He gets a really respectable eco behind him. I mean, Briscard has as many Vils as Tugga does. Man, look at all the siege ramps. Yeah, Vamir's base is gonna melt. Yeah, so maybe... just don't have the Mangudai. I was gonna say, send the Mangudai over here to try to clear the siege. Why was the Chukunu? Tugga doesn't have the Mangudai numbers to engage with this. Vamir trying to relocate himself. Bills, man, they are getting massacred here by the Chukunu. That number fall. 63 bills. Once again, Mictorone both the military edge and the eco edge at 94 bills. Again, tons of credit for Briscard. The defense in Feudal Age when I thought he was dead. And then defending against the Castle Age push of Tugga's and stalling that out. Look how fast these DCs are going down. 3 are already down. This 4th one will be down soon as well. This one feels like a wrap. 80 mil advantage. Mangudai on the field, but they are shredded by the Chukunu. Another PC down. 34 fills here for Vamir. Imperial Age on the way for Briscard. Yeah, what do you go into here if you're Briscard and there's really only Mongols to worry about? Alright, the last stronghold here for Vamir. 25 Vils. Check back in up here. If you're Tugga, you just commit to the Mangudai at this point. But I just don't... there's no way. They have 90 fewer vills. The Respect team double the vills, and they're about to have both players in Imperial Age. Tug is up. He's prioritizing Bracer Chemistry, and actually he's going to get the Light Cav upgrade. Perhaps expecting Skirms from discard. Machine gun fire. So 21 vills left for Vamir. Have to be a lot less than that. Bill's making a run for it. Stable going down here for Tugga. What's the food eco looking at? 38 on food. Look at this though. 49 on food for Briscard, so he's going light cav. Or yeah, Hussar. And with that Pierce armor, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Trash option with which to push against the Mangudai. Actually, we've got Cav upgrades coming in here for Mictorown as well, so might be thinking of adding in Light Cav himself, or is he thinking even Cavalier or Camel? Yeah, Light Cav. Alright. The final push on the way here. We need the ramps. We got Chukunu. Look at that building melt. Get some siege out here from Briscard. I think maybe go, yeah, get some bombard cannon out in the field. Start pushing back on these castles. Or you just dive right through this. Try to get in with the light cap on the Tico. Very exposed. I think I'm nice to see more forward siege workshops as well here from Mictorown. Definitely don't want to trick siege against the Mongols. Mangudai and their ability to snipe siege so effectively. But these are just regular Mangudai, not elite Mangudai. We got elite shooting on this side, so the Mangudai can't even think about getting there with this army. The Mangudai able to catch the rams out apart from the Chukunu, and you snipe those down. The Tugga biting a little bit of time. Still, this is just a matter of time. 235 days. 209. And the GG is called. Respect team taking a 2-0 lead in a game that, man, Free and Keen was they were sitting in a pretty good spot there in Feudal Age, it looked like. Yeah, this Men-at-Arms tower push was looking like it might just kill Briscard. And Briscard, again, I keep beating the dead horse, but incredible defense by him. Two times over, once in Feudal Age, and again, stalling out the push in Castle Age, allowing Mictorown to just really blow through Vamir there. And this castle was just, man, such a ballsy castle, putting it right on top of the ranges there. And managing to get it up. If that castle hadn't gone up, man, this could have been a very, very different game. Let's take a quick look at the stats here before we move on to game number 3. Yeah, unsurprisingly, Mictorown with a ridiculous KD, and Vamir with, yeah, not a great one. But that's just because Vamir was producing basically just villagers that game. Not a lot of opportunity to get military apart from the archers in Feudal Age. But once again, make their own just with a cook and eco. All right. Game 3. And game 3, it looks like we'll be on 4 lakes. So yeah, this should... Let's see here. All right, what are we working with civs? Briscard, Lithuanians teamed up with Italians here. So that is a very nice civ combo on 4 lakes. Lith with the ability to get on water immediately, really, if you want to. And Italians, of course, with some great water options as well. On this side, Japanese, another S-tier civ on 4 lakes with the more efficient and tankier fishing ships, and teamed up with Vietnamese. So actually, yeah, a little bit of a surprising civ combo. These are both usually thought of as archer civs, but maybe Vamir's thinking elephants. I mean, of course, it's very, very hard to get to that. That is one possibility. Could see Japanese go with cav for a while. Do have some okay cav options. But you probably don't want to stick into that late game. So yeah, I will be very curious to see what Free and Keen looks to go for here in terms of civ combos. How do the maps look here? A lot of resources concentrated right under that hill there for Make Their Own. Yeah, could wall to the water here, or could wall all the way to the edge of the map there. But pretty hard to wall on this side. That's, yeah, it'd be a massive investment to get that area walled up. Over here for Briscard. Yeah, similar thing. It's a tough map to wall. I mean, maybe you wall to the TC here, and then you just wall to the edge of the map, you know, right here, something like that. That'd be one option. Yeah, certainly not more wallable here for Vamir. In fact, this might be the least wallable of all the maps we've seen so far. And yeah, this one, honestly, this is probably the only map I've seen so far, Tugga's here, where you could think about maybe going with your kind of standard circular wall. All right, Tugga dropping his dock right now. And actually, our Lith player just moving out to drop it now, so the Lith player not choosing to go to the dock super early, as you often see Lithuanian players do on this map. What about here for Mictaron? So yeah, I think this Vil, she'll head out to drop the dock. There's the dock for Briscard. So Vamir probably will dock a little bit later, opting to go to berries to open. So it might be a standard opening instead of going to fish. Maybe he'll save that for later. Tugga's build looking pretty nice here. Yeah, be very curious to see if we get feudal pressure here. Kind of expect it with how open these maps are, but you know, with a civ like Lith, sometimes you can just have some absurd castle age times. Even with open maps like this, you'll see people risk it on risk the fast castle on 4 lakes. No fishing ships yet though for our Lith player. We've already got one out for the Japanese player, a second on the way, and yeah, first fishing ship coming out now for Mictaron. Yeah, who is gonna wall to the lake this way like we expected? It's a simpler wall, but you do make yourself a bit vulnerable to the possibility of a navy attack by Tugga, which I would love to see. The sneaky dock builds, one of my favorite features of this map. All right, Loom coming in here for Briscard at 20 pop. So I'm thinking, I think we're gonna see scouts here from the Lith player. Oh, but actually continue to produce more vills, so maybe just wanted the Loom. Or is he gonna sneak out? Yes, he is. Oh, that's why. Getting the Loom for that vill. So he's gonna dock here on Vamir's base. What he doesn't know though is actually that Vamir hasn't even docked the water. So it'd be pretty funny if he drops the dock, invests in fires or galleys for effectively nothing. So yeah, maybe he'll scout it. Hopefully he scouts it first with the scout to see what's there, and then just produces fishing ships instead of producing fires or galleys. All right, already a 4th fishing ship on the way for our Japanese player, so he'll have a nice fishing eco. 3 fish on the water for our Italians player, and 2 on the water here for Briscard. All right, feudal age all around. So yeah, this is looking like it's going to be feudal pressure. No one's walled. We've got pretty early up times. So what do we see here from the Japanese player? Does he go to gold? Goes to gold. I think we're going to see archers. Got gold on this side from Vamir. Vamir's already up. So what does he drop? Range. Yeah, I love the stock. The Lith player is just going to have some absurd food income with fish on 2 different docks. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Already on 500 food here. If you want to go to gold here and think about getting up pretty quickly. Just defend against the archers until you can get knights out. And should be able to clean it pretty early, I think. Second range coming down there for Vamir. And yeah, fire coming out. Oh, that's awesome. Tugga with a very healthy fish eco over here. And look at this. Tugga going for it himself. Love it. Ooh, but Mictarone must have spotted it. I don't know how. Or is he just producing a galley just in anticipation? Did he notice this? No. How? That's wild. Yeah, just was worried about it, I guess. Gets the galley out. Range down himself. And yeah, feudal age all around. But Tugga, man, Tugga gets the gold here. He could be up real soon. Dropping a stable for scouts, but play here. I think the better play is just get to Castle Age and get some knights out. You already are on 743 food here. Alright, we'll clean the galley though. So now the fish are in danger here for McDerone. And that is a lot of his food eco here. So if Tugga can jump on these quick, it would really delay McDerone's uptime. Oh wow, Tugga's gonna go heavy on the scouts. Double stable scouts. Alright, he is now going to gold. Got a lot of scouts on the field here for Briscard. And could get some damage here on Vamir, who isn't fully walled yet. Needs to get a wall there and a wall here to finish it out. But where are the scouts heading? Just playing defensively for now. Yeah, excellent fire micro here by both players, both getting the repairs in. But Tugga with no gold. I think he didn't have enough gold to get the repairs there. So this push has suddenly stalled. Very nice defense by McDerone. So Tugga and Vamir looking for feudal age pressure here. Both teams investing pretty heavily into feudal age. So yeah, Vamir and Tugga can get these two armies together. They could potentially get some good damage in. Briscard, not full walled yet. That gold is super exposed. The berries are super exposed. But already armor on these scouts, so if they catch the archers out, they're going to get it clean. Let's see if Tugga can get over there in time. I like the Spear Edition here for Vamir. Which is actually getting hunted. He hasn't noticed yet. It gets it in there. Alright, so hopefully let's Tugga know here. Oh no. The scouts are getting to jump on the archers before Tugga's in the area. And it actually works out okay for Vamir. He had good enough numbers to deal. And now the two armies are linked up. So here comes the pressure. Let's see if they can get some damage in on Briscard. Mictorown looks like he's going to go for Castle Age here. Naval fight continuing on that side, but I think Mictorown is just fine there. Oh, look at this. Mictorown adding a forward dock of his own, and there's a lot of fish to take here. 7 of them. Alright, Vamir now ranging Briscard's gold, and Briscard actually... Did he clean all the scouts? I think he cleaned all of Tugga's scouts. Continuing to produce scouts here is Briscard. Oh, over here, Mictorown, he'll be able to click up soon, and he's got archers forward. And suddenly Tugga on the back foot. All right, Tugga still does have a few scouts left, 4 of them, in fact. Nice defense by Briscard. Echoes of game 2, defending against the feudal pressure. Gets that tower up. Echoes of game 2, not just game 2, game 1. Game 1. Yeah, Tugga and Vamir dove into his base with archers and scouts. Remember, he got that tower up on the wood line. Was able to take out most of Vamir's archers. He's got scouts in the mix as well with the armor upgrade. How good of a clean is he going to get here? Archer numbers are dwindling. Alright, 11 archers remain. Meanwhile, over here, the pressure continues from Mictorown, who's halfway to Castle Age. I think if you're Tugga, you might even think about... Might need a defensive tower here. Maybe one like right there or right here. But this is going to get in. And Tugga continuing to invest in the scout production. Got 8 of them, 3 more in the queue. So really no one thinking about Feudal Age right now apart from Mictorown. Tower, at least keeping the archers busy, but once that tower goes down, those archers still will be a threat. Which I think is why Briscard continuing to invest in scouts, but look at archers coming down this side as well. Briscard could definitely be in some trouble here. Alright. Castle Age is in for Mictorown. Expo on the way. Bodkin on the way. Yep, getting a defensive tower down. I think he absolutely needs that. Look at this. Engagement on water as well. No upgrade for the galley yet for Mictorown, but we may see that. All right, he's going to dive under the tower. All right, surrounding with lots of scouts should clean this. Clean this, no problem. Briscard will clean that group of archers, but this group of archers, no shot, and there's spears in the mix. So, yeah, man, this is hard. Hard one to call again. The Respect team somehow, they're up like 15 bills at this point. I imagine that's mostly the fish eco. I mean, don't forget the absurd fish eco for Briscard, right? He's on 2 different ponds. We got safe fish eco here for Mictorown. Vamir never did go to fish. So that's going to put him way behind economically. So, I mean, this doesn't look good right now for Briscard, but I mean, with the fish eco, I still like Respect's team's position very much. And in fact, Briscard clicking up to Castle Age himself. So much like game 2, Respect team will have Castle Age well ahead of their opponents. Another tower coming down here for Briscard. He's got a lot of scouts on the field. Look at the amount of scouts he produced. So he's got 13 here, but he also probably had already produced 10 to 15 before this. But he could pull it off because of the ridiculous fish he got. Got another attack coming in on this side as well. Man, Vamir, he's got good numbers. Because these archers are spreading out now, and so they're all getting ranged by the tower, so a lot of archers going down here. Oh, brutal. Look at this, forward castle. Tugga was the forward castle dropper last game. This time, McDarone's going to return the favor, adding in some forward ranges as well. We'll probably see some siege. Not too long. But Genoese get out on the field. Well, yeah, I guess you do go. I mean, you don't know what your opponent's going to be producing, but given that he's opening the stables, you're probably expecting the Japanese player to go knights here. These towers have done so much work. Only 15 archers left here. Castle Age is in now. I'm really liking Respect Team's position. Castle Age not too far from Tugga, but how does Tugga survive against this? What does he do? What does he build? He is on stone. He's got 500 on stone. Oh, now, sorry, now only 400 because of adding the TC. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe needed a castle himself. Has cleared out McDarone off his water, but that was definitely a big investment. Knights now for Briscard. He's going to be able to produce those all day long. Well, at least once he gets to gold. Like 2 on gold at the moment. Yeah, Tugga's in a lot of trouble here. Castle on his face. Genoese being produced. What do you think? Maybe go guard tower defense here? Get a siege workshop, try to get some mangoes out to deal with the archers and Genoese. Genoese kind of suck against mangonels. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe try to get a castle here and add a siege workshop in as well. All right, over on this save, Vamir is up, has the expo upgrade in, but nice surround here by Briscard. Should get clean, I think. Depends how good Vamir's micro is here. Pathing on the knights is so bad. Yeah, indeed, he will get the clean there. McDarone with the full surround. Things are looking less than ideal here for Tugga. Only a 5-0 lead right now for Respect Team. Here comes the siege workshop. I like that. Only 345 stone though, so still a long ways off from getting a castle. And Tugga, man, the amount of real estate he has access to is quite small now. Can't access this wood, can't access this wood. It's the only viable wood line form at the moment. This gold, I think, is being ranged by the castle, so he's got no access to that either. So, it's living off fish and stone at the moment. Alright, Tugga actually adds water to his teammate's pond, but little do they know Briscard's already there waiting for him. Briscard adding some more TCs as well. And yeah, kind of a 1v1 going on this side and on this side. Here comes the castle. Oh, Genoese coming in, trying to look to deny it. Yeah, the castle should go up no problem, but Tugga's going to lose more bills in the process. Castle's up. We got another engagement on this side between Briscard and Vamir. And looks like Briscard getting another clean on Vamir's archers. I think we're going to see the eco lead start to balloon here for Respect Team. At the moment, only a 1-0 lead, but they are on 5 TC up against 3. They also don't have army breathing down their necks. Yeah, Tugga, he's like, a rat stuck in a cave here. And here comes Briscard. Tugga's fish need to make a run for it. Yeah, the double forward docks by Respect Team. Yeah, beautiful move. Really liked it. So too with Tugga's forward dock. Alright, Tugga does have the mangonel out as the castle. So defended it exactly like we predicted he might. And the archers have built. They're now heading this way. So now Vamir's going to bear the wrath. Losing a lot of vills there before he notices. Oh no. After he's freezing up here. Apologies for that. Alright. And look at this. Again. McDarone. Third game in a row. He'll be going up to Imperial Age. Well ahead of everyone else. And he's in. Vamir's in trouble. Vamir's in trouble. So he is going to be... He's going to be forced into an area smaller than Tugga's here pretty soon. Especially if Briscard gets those knights for it. Speaking of which, where are those knights? He only has 6 of them left. Yeah, I think this would be a good time for him to bring them forward. Try to join in the attack. Right, you could probably get up on that gold. And just make sure that Vamir's not escaping out the back door anywhere with villagers. Yeah, McDarone, though, with significant numbers here. So not much Vamir can do to defend this, right? Could try to get a siege workshop down, but that's expensive. He doesn't have access to wood. And there's knights on the field, so Mango's going to have a hard time staying alive. Look at this. Another castle for McDarone. He's going to have siege coming out here pretty soon. I think Respect Team just might take this final set 3-0. Yeah, Respect Team has dominated in this division throughout the tournament. And so far today, they've looked no less dominant in the finals. Though I should say, I mean, both games 1 and 2, Free and Keen, there were points in those games where they certainly were in a good position. In fact, it looked like they were in a leading position. We saw it in game 1 when they had an excellent feudal age. Like Tugga's Mango heads out and just barely misses seeing McDarone's archers, who are actually coming back to Tugga's base. There's a lot of military. Look at all the trebs. 5 trebs in the queue. Got 15 archers there, plus all these boys coming in. Oh, just before Tugga can get the stone walls down. Oh, brutal timing for Tugga. He will get enough down to buy himself some time. He only loses a couple bills there, but it's just a matter of time at this point. These trebs out. There's absolutely nothing Tugga can do here. Yeah, and he knows it. He calls the GG. GG, well played. Well, congratulations to the Respect Team. Taking the finals. Division E, 3-0 sweep. Like I said, they had a dominant run throughout the tournament. Free and Keen, awesome team throughout the tournament as well. Had some really fun strats. I still remember week 1. I think it was Vamir had forward triple ranges behind his opponent. And they, won that game early feudal age. So a really fun team. Great to see him make it to the finals. And, disappointed for them, of course. But once again, congrats to Respect Team. Let's take a quick look at the stats here for the final game. And, no surprise here. McDarone, once again, dominating in the military department and in the eco department and in that crazy fast uptime. So McDarone, if I was giving out MVP awards for these final sets, I think he would have certainly deserved it here. All right, well, that will do it for this cast. Congratulations again to Respect Team. I hope to see all the Division E teams back again in the fall. It'd be great having you guys for Season 5. That will probably happen sometime, I'm guessing September. Maybe as early as August, but I think September is probably more realistic. So, it was great having all of you guys from Division E. Like I said, I hope to see you soon. All right, everyone, be well.